Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Bangarang, everybody, and welcome in on this Friday evening. Extra happy. My wife's home from Cleveland. Got her home for the next week, so that makes me very happy. So before we even get started even any further, our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine, Great Spirit, Universe, Earth, Power, all that is God, we say thank you. Please tonight, let your messages flow free. Make the angels come to me, wrap their wings around me, have the guides step close and whisper your light into my mind so I can relay only the messages that you want relayed. In all of this, so mote it be. All right. Great. So we are fixing to get this party started. I see people coming in, things are happening or whatnot. So tonight I will be using, let me bring this up. I'll put that here so y'all can see it. The Psychic Tarot, all right, deck is what I was kind of drawn to tonight. We'll go here. It's a little bit different. You might see some different cards, but it's actually a tarot deck commingled with an oracle deck. It's really cool. I love this deck. I don't use it often, but when I'm called to it, there's generally some great insight that's coming, and let's see what's happening. So with all that being said, here we go. So let me say hi to some people here and see what's happening. Again, I want you to follow the link to come on live. You don't have to. You can type in your question. But if you want to come live, they're going to take precedence for on Friday night. I let those take precedence and we bring them out. But there we go. There's the link. You can copy, paste the link. As usual, make sure once you click on the link and you come into the studio, close your YouTube. All right. So you can hear me, or you won't be able to hear me and it'll get a little confusion. Then we're done. You just leave the studio, go right back into YouTube and pick right up where you left off. So that's what it. For those of you that are coming in that are new, make sure just be patient, put your questions in, do whatever, introduce yourself. But I take everything as they come. So with all that being said, here we go. Donna, good evening. Glad you are here. Welcome. You know, Cynthia. Yes. Cynthia, reach out to me at tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com because I know, and I think you and Donna both had said you wanted to partake in that special offering I'm doing. It's going to be for a limited few people right now, but where we'll do several readings for free if we can record them and put them out there. Okay. With follow-ups and things like that, like in 3 weeks or 2 weeks or a month or whatever with follow-ups. So we can kind of see how things are going and whatnot. I'd like people to see what an actual reading looks like. So Donna, you and Cynthia, hello, Miss Donna. You both, remember, reach out to me. Just make sure. And because I'll get you on the email and we'll be able to arrange some different things. Okay. Miss Deborah, good evening. Glad to see you. Bangarang. Yes. Bangarang. Been a lot of that going around lately. So we might even talk about that. We'll see what's going on here. But La Kenya, good to see you. Glad you are here. Hello. Welcome. Everybody's coming in. Miss Bridget, howdy. How you doing? Howdy. Right, I'm Frank. Remember that from, what was it, the Rescuers Down Under? Right, I'm Frank. Howdy. There we go. Sierra Dell, good to see you. Welcome aboard tonight, and may everybody get blessed and find a message. So while we're waiting and see if anybody wants to have a reading or come in, I'll keep a look. I'll see you appear down there. Let me know. But from what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull some cards about tonight, and let's just see what message Spirit has for us tonight. I felt like tonight might be a more of a community type message coming through. We will see what happens. Okay. And but let's get this party started. So here we go. All right, Spirit. I am asking, okay, for a message for the community, okay, of what you have in mind that you would like people to know right here and now. Okay. What's the most important thing? And we as a community, as a tribe, we need to know in the right here and now. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Here we go. Let me bring this over here. A deck's a little stiff, so I had to move some things around so I could shuffle it right. And boom. Am I on the right one? There we are. Okay. One more quick shuffle, and here we go. All right. Sierra and Del, I see you've asked a question. I'll get there in just a second. All right. Gillian, if you'd star that one for me, the last comment, I think, so I don't mess up and miss it, I would appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Here we go. The message from Spirit tonight. Okay. Right out of the gate, we have temptation. This is the devil card. I've been seeing a lot of this card lately when I'm asking for general readings. And what this is, temptation. The 1 and the 5 talks about the 1 being a beginning, having to do with the individual, you, okay? Us individuals as a community. 5, that conflict and being creative, getting into emotional situations, things like that. When we add that together, it's a 6. And what happens is we put ourselves in situations to weigh ourselves down. Okay. We've tied ourselves, all right, to the devil, and it's not necessarily the devil. Okay. But it's through our politics, through our relationships with people, with everything that's going on, we are putting unnecessary burdens on ourselves that's chaining us down and holding us back. And I firmly believe this 1 and 5 comes through. As a 6, it was done because once you break these chains of the way you think about things now, of the way things are happening, the way you're doing things, and you can free yourself, you can then declare victory. Okay. This is huge. This is big. And, from there, man, we've got 2 major arcana cards right out of the gate. And this one talks about power. Many times in this card, this is the one where we see a woman, a beautiful woman, holding a lion or taming a lion. This is letting us know that maybe the masculine is coming out in everybody a little too much, and everybody's too ready to fight. And it's time to rein some of that in. Now, the 8 is talking about maybe instead of time of cramming something down somebody's throat, it's time to listen, be patient, and learn. Not telling us to change our mind or change our thought process, but to be open to hear new dialogue, new things about religion, spirituality, things from your work, however it is coming to you. This is where you gain your power. Not by reaching out and biting, but by listening so you can know your audience, know what those people around you are doing, and know how to deal with it in power. The 8 is always about movement. It's about being able to move forward. And this is huge when you put these 2 cards together. This card, not the usual, okay, 1, but the base chakra. That base chakra is I am. Learning that root chakra, that fire, that desire to understand and know when you declare yourself, what are you declaring yourself as? I've had this topic several times come up in several different readings about it, especially in the past month or 2. Who am I? Who are you? I throw that question out there. Who are you? You're not a mother. You're not, even if you are, no, that's not who you are. Okay. Who are you? What were you sent here to do? What is on your passion? What is that thing that says, this is what drives me and what I need to do? How do I move forward? This is your root. If your roots are not strong, okay, and this root chakra, all right, what happens? You get blown away. You don't take root. You don't stand strong. You don't produce. You don't grow. Okay. So we need to be ready to break free of some ties that are binding us. It's time to listen and learn so we can move on in the right path. Then we have to get grounded and know who we are, what we believe, where my heart lies, where my passion lies. These things are just absolute musts for a strength in spirituality. And this is really what I'm picking up from spirit. And I want you to understand, yeah, I'm getting like all kinds of goosebumps. People want to be the right. I firmly believe 99% of the people want the right thing. They want to do the right thing. Spirit is not just a crutch to say, do this, do that. That's not what this is about. It's using your intuition, using your knowledge. But again, to be able to apply any of this stuff, you've got to know who you are and be really grounded in your own identity of yourself and what you want to do, what you believe, and that type of thing. We have another major arcana card, patience. 14. We see this as temperance, but I find it interesting that when I grabbed this deck tonight, these two cards aren't normally in the deck in the way that they are. Patience. You know, when people start to change and they start to look up, one of the first questions they've asked me, you know, what's going to be the next thing? I'm waking up. It's hard. Different things. I need to know what to do next. This is what I tell them most of all. Be patient. Slow down. It's time to learn. Be open. Be open to learning some new things and understanding where the true beauty grows. The white, the loyal, the purity. Be patient with spirit. Be patient with other people so you can learn what you need to do and where you need to go. This is massively important. You know, here we have the two. And one of the things that's really cool about this too, all right, is in this, it's normally pentacles, but it's called the physical. Movements, choices, and decisions. You got to remember the two is about partnerships, working with other people, relationships, things like that. But this, when we think about the two of pentacles, is, you know, that the guy juggling things like this, you have choices to make, decisions to make, and they're real, they're tangible. This goes beyond that spirit world and right here into the here and now. And that is going to be something that's very, very prominent and very pure, and you need to address. Finally, with this last card, here we are with the red again. 9, material harvest. Spirit has given you everything you need, okay, to manifest everything you want into this life, into this physical realm. It is telling you the 9 is about manifesting and knowing what is coming and being patient. Look, he's not out trying to make it. He's already done it. He's put speaks to his prayers. He's done all kinds of things, but now he has time to reap the rewards. Without all of these steps, without freeing yourself from things that are just unnecessary, that are holding you back. All right, we're going to look at this here. Okay. Without learning to listen and harness your power and being willing to learn and hear new concepts and hear new things, you'll not be able to move on. You have to become grounded and routed in everything that you are. And then this is remembering. It's on you. It's a reminder that this is you making decisions about where you want to go. You do not have to do anything that you don't want to do. Your path is not set. If you believe that, then you're actually giving up your free will that Spirit gave us, the patience, understanding. Okay, don't rush through. Don't be in a hurry. You know, one of the things we as Americans in a whole, we don't learn to sit still and listen. It's time to learn. It's time to be patient. It's time to take this and move forward. And then finally, through these steps is when you'll ultimately be able to manifest absolute purity and absolute beauty into your real life. That's crazy. That's awesome. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. Take that message, take what you want from it. It's okay. Sierra and Dell, I'll get to you in just a second. Lakenya is coming live. So again, I said anybody that wants to go live, they're going to take precedent. But Sierra and Dell, I want to answer your question. So just be patient. It's highlighted on my end so I can see it, so I won't miss it. Okay. And let's see what's happening here. Okay. So, boom, bangarang. There we go. That was very powerful. All right. Here we go. Donis, welcome aboard. But Lakenya, good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you too. And I'm so excited, but I needed that first message because what you shared with me the last time we went live or the live before, I actually experienced it. And I was so shocked. I said I had to come on here and let him know that he did say this. And after it all went down, because you said something was going to happen, it's going to be shocking. You ain't going to understand. All you remember everything you said, right? And I
I
said,
remember some of it. Yeah.
yes, and I said that don't resonate. I actually experienced it. So you pretty much probably right then just answered my question. So I was gonna say, oh, what do you see now? What's my next? But I remember you saying it would lead me into something better. And some
Well,
others I have
thank
to go.
you.
Out.
That makes
Yes,
me feel
sir.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Well,
And
good deal.
I was so shocked because I didn't hear that from anyone else that I might have spoken with. And then when it came to pass, I was like, oh my God, he was right. And it didn't make sense at first. But I just want to know if I'm going to be good after this happened. And is something else going to open up soon for me? Or is it
I
going to be
just
any?
got goosebumps again, man. Because that was a very, if you remember, that was a very hard reading for me. And
Yeah.
even then, Donis was on right after you, and I'm looking at Donis, and I'm like, holy crap, this was a bleed over. Okay, and I thought, but both of y'all needed that message. I guess that's what's happening, and probably somebody else out there. A lot of people don't understand. I appreciate you coming on and those that are coming on because you're the ones that are brave enough to ask questions. And a lot of times, the way spirit works is that answer is not just for you, it's for somebody else. We always tell people in our lives, don't be afraid to ask a question because somebody else needs the answer. They're just afraid to ask it. And I think that's what happened that night. Wow, that's intense. That's really cool. That makes me very happy.
And I
So
took your instructions because when it happened, I was like, oh my God, I have heard this was going to happen. So just keep my mind free, peaceful, and just know that it's going to work together for the good.
very good. Very good. That's what I got. I remember that part. So yeah, no, I remember more of the man, when I was doing my live readings at Off Cabot, the cards came up saying one thing, okay, but the person I was reading was looking at the cards like this doesn't make any sense. Now I have not talked to them since. I said, but I'm not getting this as towards you. It's almost like they should all be reversed, like the direct opposite of whatever's being said. And so I'm hoping to hear from her at some point, okay, and see if that did not ring true, that it was in reverse or whatnot. So that was a weird one. So okay, Spirit,
Ask for me tonight.
that's what we're gonna do right now.
Oh.
Yep, I'm shuffling right now as we speak. Spirit, Lakenya needs to know, okay, next steps. What do you want her to be aware of? All right. Everybody concentrate on that same question because it may bleed for you and it may be something. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get back over here and start this. Oh, I gotta add it. I gotta hit the right buttons first. Okay. And here we go. All right. But Kenya wants to know, and thank you for the message that she got. It was like 2 weeks ago, I think. And ultimately, thank you that she had the forethought to remember what you were trying to tell her. So we do say thank you. And this is where I say all the time, Spirit's trying to guide us, or whatnot. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to do a cut. And leukemia, the first one. Okay, heart chakra. When we look at this, I saw that eye roll. I could almost feel the eye roll from here. Okay, this is about love. This is about, and one of the things is making sure that you have fallen in love with yourself. Be open to love. Be open to something new that's coming. But this is in the 4, and if you think about it, it's our fourth chakra up. It's the heart. Okay. This green color, everything, and this is saying you need to pay attention to your heart. Okay, not physical, not like oh my God, run to the doctor and get an EKG. This is saying something emotional and having to do with love, happiness, joy, everything that centers in that heart chakra energy is coming to play. Okay. That's what we're looking at here. When we come here, we have the 9, and this would be the 9 of Wands. Okay. And what's funny is in this deck, it's 9 of Spirit. Okay. So spiritual strength. One of the things I want you to see is we have a 9 here, manifesting. That 9 is always a key thing about something's trying to come through. All right. What I see and what I'm really getting, I want you to really grab this vibe. I'm going to try to send this energy to you or whatnot so you can actually feel it. Because, it was like a duck walked across my grave. It's one of those things where you have to get your heart chakra in the right spot and be open to Spirit so Spirit can send you the right person. Okay? This is what I'm getting. That yes, you want this love. You have a lot of love to give. Okay. Be patient. All right. Spiritual strength, because through this, you will be able to stand up, keep going, and whatever this is that's opening up for you will pour forth. Okay. It's very important. A lot of times we see this as the warrior that's down on one knee. Keep the fight. Don't give up. But especially don't give up on your heart, and don't give up on connecting your heart with that spiritual energy, because that's where it's all going to come together for you. Okay? Spirit's got a plan. You know what? Yeah. Be careful. 3 of Swords, getting in the head. Okay? Heartache and loss. This doesn't mean you're doing it, but everything gets so convoluted. Sometimes we just want to go, okay, this wasn't meant to be. And now I'm throwing my hand up. Anything having to do with love for a while, anything having to do with caring, don't do that. Okay. In that, there was some lesson you were supposed to learn. Okay. And maybe it is this patience, this power that you are very strong. And I'm really picking up almost like a warrior princess vibe coming from around you. Okay. That there's something here that's connecting you to that. Don't lose your spirit over something silly that your brain twists out of control. Okay. You have a lot of great things coming. Look here. Now, don't shoot the messenger. Okay. It's fertility. All right. This is more, if you look, wow. Look at this card. And then look at the goddess. This would be Mother Nature. Okay. And what's illuminated on Mother Nature? The heart chakra. Okay. This is power. But what this is saying is this blends from the heart into that spiritual base, into the communication area of your life. into this throat chakra. It blends into your third eye, being able to see and understand, and your crown chakra. Okay. It helps you to understand and see things. You can see things with your third eye chakra. That crown chakra is what actually helps you understand it. Okay. And gives you deeper depth. You are going to create something. Spirit is going to create something beautiful for you. They have something beautiful for you. I don't know why, we just got to get to that point. Okay. Because now we get into, which one is this? One, love begins. Okay. This is the cups. This is water. This is actually the one of emotions. Okay. And if you keep that love in your heart and keep that love light lit, maintain that spiritual power that you have. Don't get lost over here in other crap that our brain wants to take over. All right. I think something's fixing to be created. I think some things are fixing to shift for you. And what I'm really picking up, the spirit is fixing to pour love out on you in a way that I don't think you've ever felt it before. Okay. So, keep the faith. Look here. Hope. 17. All right. This would be the star card. 1 is that new beginning. It begins with you, your individuality. 7, stand your ground. And remember, it's all choices for you. Okay. It's all about the choices you make. But that hope, look at where they're holding the star. Right here in front of their heart chakra. Okay. So there's a lot having to do with love and opening your heart, keeping the faith, keeping that spirit alive, somebody that's spiritually aligned with you. And man, don't you ever lose hope. Spirit, I'm really being told, okay, I want you to close your eyes. All right. There are angels that are gathering around you. There are guides. You have spirits that are manifesting right now to you to let you know there is something special about you. There is something special for you, and they're trying to bring it to you. Be patient. Let these things happen. Let spirit work. I'm telling these angels now, wrap your wings, and I want you right now to feel their very presence. Feel it right now. They're embracing you. They're letting you know your love is strong. Your love is power. Your beauty is strong on the inside and the out. So mote it be. Whew. Wow. Okay. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Did you feel anything? Did you feel like a tingling?
Warm. Yeah, warmth.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
It's sometimes it'll run through you. I laugh because it's almost like, when something happens and you feel like you're going to pee yourself or something, my wife warned me the first time I got a car with seat warmers. When they start getting warm, you're going to think you peed all over yourself, but you didn't. Okay. Spirit will move through you and bring that warmth, and you'll feel it move. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm glad you felt it. Just you keep up the good fight. You keep up the hope. Put your faith in God, in spirit, okay, in the mother, all right, and allow them to bring things to you, all right. And this is all, I can't wait to hear. This is not going to be long, okay? Something's coming for you in this whole love, emotional department, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, all of it makes sense, especially patience.
Okay. Yeah, that's the worst problem we all have, especially like I said, in America, we want I'm reminded of the song by Queen. I want it all, I want it now. And that's how a lot of us we take our life. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with wanting to seize life, okay? And wanting love and wanting that thing. But remember, the love of self combined with the love of spirit, you don't need anybody else. They'll give it to you because that's what you want. Okay. But
Okay.
once you have that, remember, happiness is a choice. All right.
All right.
And that's something very key. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it for me. Can't wait to come back and tell you.
Oh, please, please, please. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And you made my heart so happy. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. We'll talk to you after a while. Bye. Bang rang. All right. Cynthia, I'm straightening the cards out. I want to get to Sierra and Dell real quick and answer her question. Give me just 1 second because I wanted to mix up all those cards to make sure. So let's see what's happening here. Where'd it go? There it is. Sierra and Dell. Okay, quick question. How do I know if I'm ready to charge for tarot readings? Thank you. You know what? If you're asking that question, you're not. Okay. Once you know you're reading, and then there's two phases I would tell you about this. And I'm going to cover this in the class on tarot reading. So I'm not going to go into a lot in it. When you know that you're reading cards the best way you know how to read them, and you're not looking for validation or for somebody else to say this, okay? And you can give that message even when it's a message that somebody doesn't want to hear, you're ready. Okay. Wow. Bangerang. Love to. Yeah. All right. We got to get that class up and going and everything else. So, Miss Cynthia, my phone is being stupid. I tried to come on live, but I can't. Irritated. I feel like I've had a major breakthrough. What, Spirit? Tell me about this, please. All right. Let's see what's going on. But you made it in. I see you right there. There we go. All right. So you feel like you had a major breakthrough.
I do.
All right. What's going on?
I don't know, but just a major breakthrough in spirit. My meditation is working again. I between your reading last week and a meditation, I actually saw my spirit guides for the first time.
Very good.
I was on one side of the riverbank. They were on the other side of the riverbank. There was about 20 of them. And I saw them and I just feel great. So I would just like to know what does Spirit have to tell me now?
Okay. Spirit, we are asking that if you, whatever this message is for Cynthia, the fact that you saw them and saw so many lets them know they have a plan. I'm telling you right now, I feel like there's something you're supposed to be doing, and they're going to let you know. Okay.
Yes.
Don't get anxious about missing it. But that being calm and the fact that you actually saw them and saw a river, that is quite extensive. That's a good thing. Also, one of the things on the breakthrough, once you see it and you know what it is, it's an amazing feeling to know you're not alone.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah. And to know, okay, when you start, it makes you work things out differently when things go a little bit south. You're like, wait a minute, I have a whole team,
Yes.
that will work with me. So, yes, let's ask Spirit. All right. So you made contact with your spirit guides, and you can continue to do that regularly and ask them their names. Some will give them to you, some won't. Some will let you see their whole visage, some won't. It's just the way the spirit world works. Okay. And let's find out. So let's bring this back up. Boom. Here we go. All right. I'm going to do one more shuffle. Wow. I'm really feeling there is a message here. There's something. It's not the goosebump feeling. It's like running between my heart and kind of like what we were just talking about with Lacania, that it's running all right here. You too?
Yes. I felt
Okay.
Virginia too.
Yeah. Okay. And that's what. So this is yeah. This is going to be good. Let's see what happens here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a moment just to breathe, take a drink.
Okay.
Because sometimes that's what I need to do to not rush in. All right. So the first card, wow. What did we say? New beginnings. Here we go. Out of this deck, I love this would be the Fool card, but it's telling you now that you're seeing this, now that you're getting more in touch with your actual spiritual realm, with your angels, with your guides, with all of them, it's going to launch a new path. Don't be afraid of it. And again, in typical Fool fashion, if you look, she's carrying a very small purse.
Yeah.
She's got a staff, all right,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not carrying a lot of stuff with you. As this thing begins to unfold, don't try to bring the old world, the old knowledge, only where it fits. Don't try to fit it into this capacity. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes.
And allow yourself to move forward. Now, a lot of people will say, and when we talk to math, I like to talk about the numbers. When we talk to math, a true mathematician will tell you 0 is not really a number, because a 0 is what? Nothing. It is merely a significator that nothing exists. All right. So that's the reason in numerology, they don't deal with zeros. So if we take the 10, we go 1 plus 0, nothing is 1. We only take the 1. Whenever we're figuring out life numbers, we don't include zeros. But here, our new protagonist, okay, is coming in to walk a new journey. All right. And what it's saying is, when you start this new journey, let everything go. Start from a place of purity, from love, and allow yourself to walk forward without dragging a bunch of old stuff in with you. Does that make sense?
Yes, I feel like I'm there. Yes.
Okay. Now, we have the 3 of swords here again, or the 3 of mental. Okay. That's what they call this in this deck. And there's that heartache and loss. There are going to be some things you're like, but wait a minute, if I take this path, okay, I might be giving something up. When, and I don't ever try to convert anybody, but I'm using scripture, okay?
Yeah.
Because even if, I don't care what you believe about God, Jesus, or whatnot, in the scripture, Jesus told somebody in relation to this card right here, well, Master, I'll follow you, okay, but first I have to go bury, I was like the child, the wife, somebody, okay. What did he tell him? Let the dead bury the dead. When spirit is presenting you a new path, you cannot be afraid to put yourself in their hands and change course a little bit.
I don't think I am. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So that's just one of the big things. So don't let that creep up on you. Look here, we have 8. And notice here, this is the 8 of emotions. Okay. And this is called emotional withdrawal. Not bad. All right. But this would be the 8 of cups, saying there's going to be some things in this journey, thought processes we thought we had, things like this or whatnot, that no longer serve you on this new track. You have to be able to walk away from them. Okay. So just be ready. It doesn't have to be a sad thing. It could be something that's anchoring you down. It's as you've seen your spirit guides, as you've seen this stuff coming or whatnot, now you feel more grounded. There are probably certain thought processes you had, and tell me if I'm wrong, that don't seem to carry as much weight as they used to.
Right. Yes.
That's what this is all about.
Yes. It's a past trauma that I felt released.
Yes. That's this card right here. This no longer carrying that emotional baggage around with you. The 7 of emotions is where we make choices. Okay. And it's okay to make choices. But one of the things we forget in the 8 is he picks 1 cup. Make your choice. All right. But then leave the other cups. Don't keep looking back at what you might have had. Think about it. Oh, you don't want to live your life going, if only I hadda.
No.
Okay. Move forward. Take it as far as it can go, because guess what? You'll be able to make choices again. Okay. So this is about you finding complete peace, is what I'm seeing right now.
Ooh,
This is what's
bangarang.
in. Yes, bangarang. This is what Spirit is laying at your feet right now to go, okay, to be able to move forward, I got to get you at complete peace so you can be open and fill yourself with my message. Look here. The one of mental triumphant success. Getting your brain and actually rewiring it and starting over. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can go down a path of, wow, this is just crazy. The messages that are coming through. You have to, it's this point of starting over. There's nothing wrong with starting over. And I'm really picking up this message is for other people out there as well. It's never too late to reconfigure, restart, and begin again, especially mentally. Okay. And this is just power, thinking things through. You're going to be able to, when you look at a problem from your conscious point, that analytical point, you're going to be able to look at them differently. You're going to be able to communicate differently because you're coming from a different spiritual place. All right.
Right.
That's what this
Okay.
is what Spirit's trying to teach you.
I
Look what
feel
popped back.
free.
So you're learning your base chakra. So some of this again is now that fire's going, the wheel's starting to turn, and you've got to learn who you are, what you were put here for. Okay. And y'all know what I did was I sat here and I moved all these cards around, and we've done another reading. Okay. So they don't come out accidentally willy-nilly. If it's out, I know it's out for a reason. And one of these things is to let you know there's a whole new beginning. You're becoming a whole different person. Okay. Your spirit, your mentality, your emotions, these things, even the way you find happiness is going to be easier, and you're going to find joy a lot easier because you have seen, so you know. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Finally, the shadow card, 18, the moon. There's nothing, we all have a shadow self.
Mhm.
It's all part of it. And a lot of people go, oh, we got to get into that shadow part. It's the bad part. It's not bad. It's who we are. It's our makeup. Okay. We don't want one to dominate the other. And we can't forget that there is a shadow self. Okay. That we have to deal with. This is about using your intuition when you're making your decisions. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, you let me know where this is going because this just slapped me in the head to the point I've got a headache. All right.
Oh.
What I am just been told, all right, is you have some psychic type abilities that are going to start waking up. Okay.
Okay.
And listen to your intuition. This isn't the high priestess. This isn't that inner knowledge. Inner knowledge is part of intuition. Okay.
Yep.
But when you stop and listen to spirit, when you're making decisions or when you're talking to somebody, this is going to start waking up. You will start seeing, recognizing, oh, wait a minute. That's a shadow thought. That's something Earth put in me, or I was, brainwashed into believing. I need to remember I have a light side too. Which part in this do I need to follow? All right. So this is your next step. That's what I'm feeling. You're kind of getting fine tuned for service, if that makes any sense at all.
Makes perfect sense. I'm feeling it. I got you. I'm with you.
Okay. All right. And that's it. I'm going to show you this card because here we are back to this card again. Okay. Which is the Two of Pentacles. All right.
Mhm.
We've got movement. You're going to have to make choices and you're going to have to make decisions to stay on this path. Okay. But when you make those decisions, like we said with that 8, with this card, okay,
Uh-huh.
make your decision and don't look back. If you take 3 steps and you realize, oh, this was the wrong decision, stop. Talk to Spirit. All right, what do I need to do to write my course? Spirit is there. Okay. Spirit is there to give us what we need. They've already given us everything but to help us find the tools and to understand how to use them. Okay.
Okay.
You know,
I don't see that happening. I don't.
clarity in your decisions is going to be huge. Okay. Don't
Okay.
let fear keep you from doing something. Know what you're doing. Know that all of these things about us, our mentality, our emotions, our spiritual world, the physical world, they're all bound together. Okay. Wands is that willpower, that fire. Okay. We call those the 4 elements: air, water, earth, and air, water, earth. What am I missing here?
Fire.
Air, water. Yeah, fire, air, water, earth, and fire. Okay. But the 5th element is spirit. All right.
Yes.
And we need to understand when we get all of those working together, boom, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Oh, say that
Yes,
again
very much
because I
so.
accidentally clicked the button.
No, it's okay. Yes, very much so. It makes sense. And I am on like a high right now, spiritual thing going on, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? That's going to be something. And I want to tell people, you know, we go through it and we have to work at keeping that high, that level, because, you know, the newness wears off. But
Yep.
what we're trying to say is for you, there's going to be some new stuff. So you get to keep looking forward. Okay, what new am I going to learn today? What am I
Yeah.
going to practice? What's my spirit? Where am I at? What am I going? Okay. So make sure you're understanding you have this ability, okay, to be able to set yourself free, okay? And this happiness, this place of just pure contentment that you're feeling right now, that's how we're meant to live. Okay?
I'm excited.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Well,
I
thank you
am.
so much.
You are welcome, and I appreciate you. Also, you heard me at the beginning, you and Donna.
Yes.
You know, Tarot with an Attitude. If you want to do that thing, I know you and Donna had said y'all wanted to do it. I have one other person that's already agreed to do it and reached out to me. Let me know. We'll talk so we can get,
Yep.
you know, we can trade phone numbers or whatnot. And
I'm charging my iPad right now.
very good. All right.
All
Thank you,
right.
ma'am. And
Thank
bangerang to
you.
you.
Bang a
All right.
rang.
All
See you
right.
later.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Wow, everybody. What a night. Oh, what a night. Yes, it's ladies' night. Must be. Okay. Joey's not here tonight. Somebody get on Joey and say, hey, he left me hanging. All right. Let's see what's going on. Donna, it's good to see you. Let's see what's happening. Find out what's going on. James, good to see you. Hey, can I please have a message? James, absolutely you can. All right. So here we go. James, if you want to, I give more in-depth readings on Friday night to people that come on with me. If you don't want to do that, I'll still be glad to give you a reading or whatnot. So we're going to do that. All right. But if you'd like to come on and be with me, then we'll get into a lot more cards, things like that. Monday night too. This is my only format. I don't do the on-camera Monday night. So make sure you come back on Monday. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. All right. Boop. Let me get over here. Bing. All right. Let's do one more shuffle. And a cut. And then we'll go for there. Spirit. James Ellis is asking for a message. What does James need to hear tonight? What does James need to hear? James, right out of the gate. Wow, we're back to the temptation card. Okay. Now, I see this card a lot, and James, I'm not talking. I'm going to hold that thought. Okay, but it comes with no. I'm not. I'm going to say what I say, and that's tarot and attitude. All right. And it's not pointed directly at you. This temptation card comes up a lot with addictions. And now addictions doesn't have to be alcohol or anything like that. Okay. It could be addicted to other people. It could be addictions to food. It could be something. It's anything that you've chained yourself to. All right. That's keeping you from moving forward. Could be thought processes, could be the way we think about religion or different things. Okay. So that's what this card is coming about to say. And as I explained earlier, the 1 is that talking about the individual with you. The 5 is there's conflict. There's some type of inner conflict, and we're trying to break free of it and get creativity. Now, when you add the 1 and 5 together, you get a 6, which is victory, which makes sense to me when you break free from things that are holding you back, getting to your higher conscious, to your better self, or even in touch with your own spiritual understanding. You know what? Holy crap, James, I have mixed these cards up. These are the exact cards that came up at the very beginning. Okay. So Spirit is very strongly saying this message is very, very important. In order to be able to break this bond, it's going to take work from your spirit in that fire. It's hard. It's not going to be easy. But when you do, you need to remember Spirit has your back. Spirit will never give up on you. Only you give up on you. Okay? So you have a spiritual strength here that is saying you can manifest whatever you want, whatever you need to do. You just got to break free of some old things, whatever they may be for you, James, to be able to move forward and bring them. And it's a fight. It's tiring. Sometimes your willpower, you just like, I'm done. But you know what? You're a warrior. Step up. You can continue the fight. You've always got another fight left. Never say never, never quit. Spirit will not quit on you. Okay? We walk away from Spirit and we stop listening because we've given up. Spirit will not. They will help you, and it meant for you to be something. Now, in this is the first time for this card tonight. Again, we have the 7 of fire, 7 of spirit. All right. Stand your ground. If there's something you're going for, remember I just said we have to make sure that you can't keep up, stand and fight. There is somebody else. I really feel like, I really feel like it's somebody else that's trying to keep you and hold you back. All right. Or they are, whether they know it or not. All right. You have to be you. And, I'm just reminded of a song I heard last night from Imagine Dragons. I will not change who I am. Once you make this turn, once you make this understanding, James, stand your ground. Know who you are. Now, don't stand there and fight when there's no more fight. Once you've taken care of this, and remember, if you notice, even here, all right, he's turned around, but his goal is behind him. Okay. At some point, we got to turn back around and go back for that goal. But you know who you are. I feel like this is important. So this is what I'm going to bring out. We have movement, choices, and decisions. That's what you have to deal with in this real world. This is the 2 of Pentacles, or the 2 of the physical. What I want you to understand is this is all lying on you. Spirit's there to back you up. You are there. You have to make some decisions. You've got to make some choices, and you've got to walk through the door. You know what? Balance in everything. The first angelic number, 11. I want you to think about this. It's not even like 1 + 1 is 2, or it's like the infinite. The you is there to the second power. New beginnings, new life. Your life, all right, is all about finding balance between, we've got the cups here, the emotions, the pentacles, all right, the real world, the mental world, finding balance, and then that fire and spirituality. It's one of those things where Spirit is here saying you have to find balance because you can't just focus on one. They all have to come together. And that's it. And finally, we have look for you, victory and success. If you will follow these steps and know that this is available to you and that Spirit wants you to succeed. Yeah, I say that Spirit doesn't care if you succeed or not, but Spirit has given you all of the tools, all right, and will help you succeed if you choose to do so. All right. Hope that makes more sense. Wow. Bangarang. All right. Let's see what's happening. James, let me know. Love to hear how that resonated or anything else. And let's get going from there. Donis, I see you down there. Give me just a minute. And I'm going to mix these cards up yet again, Donis. Okay. Because, man, you know what? I'm going to show you all about me, how I mix these cards up and do everything so I can make sure. You know what? I've already put two away. I will take this card. I put them down here when I'm talking and I'm off camera. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm really spreading these cards out throughout the deck, and then I'm concentrating on the question. So this way I know it wasn't just sloppy shuffling. If a card comes up now and two of these cards come up together, Spirit meant for them to come up together. So that's what I do. And, we'll see what happens. So here we go. Donis.
Hi.
Glad to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I was so excited Monday when you told me that I was back in the game again, one of the cards, and to stand up for myself and make a plan. So that's what I've been working on all week. It's just been awesome to watch things unfold.
So
Really
things
good.
are unfolding for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And my oldest son that I've had very little contact with, he called me on Tuesday after we met on Monday night. And between two calls, he and I talked on the phone for over 2.5 hours. It was like, OMG. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
It was amazing.
And y'all don't know sometimes when I do what I do and I don't know, I trust in Spirit and I just give what I give. It's not me, it's Spirit. I don't ever not give what I give when I channel Spirit, and I really feel like I channel Spirit. But with very little questions that I ask and things like that, all I can do is give you the message. And sometimes my wife will tell you, I walk upstairs going, I don't know where that went. When y'all confirm, it does help me. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it didn't ring true, okay, that we got to figure it out. Okay. I'm good, but that way I know. But that's awesome.
It was so
That is
wonderful.
awesome.
Yeah. And then you told me to get up, suit up, stand up for myself. So I've been kind of trying to ask Spirit what my suit looks like. And I keep kind of getting this whole Galactic Federation is extremely active around me right now, a cosmic kind of place. And so I've been like, well, what would that suit look like? And it's been kind of fun. But last night I couldn't even go to sleep till like 2 a.m. With this feeling like something big was going to happen. Like I was just like waiting for something to like come into the house or something. I don't know what it was, but it was just kind of a cool feeling though. A lot of zeal and like, wow, what if, when, anything's possible.
Absolutely. And when we embrace that idea that anything is possible, all right. I was even doing some studying while my wife was gone and watching some different videos about different ideas. And there was even a discussion about reality, okay, on a very scientific level. And, mechanics, I forget what it is. And they talk about, there's this guy called Schrodinger used to be a big psychological dude, right? Out there with Freud, the mathematician, and everything else. Not Freud, Einstein. And he did this mind thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. Okay. And I was laughing. I'm like, oh, my people will love this one. But one of the things he did was he developed this concept, okay, that you put a cat in a box, all right? But in the box are things that can kill the cat. Doesn't mean they will kill the cat. Okay. But you close the lid. One of his and Einstein's idea about reality is the fact that we as observers can change whatever happens in the box. That there are things that are happening around us that are out of our physical sight, but we can actually influence what happens, to the point where they say if we could see in the box without using our eyes or whatnot, that literally at that point there is a dead cat and a live cat in the box. And it's when we open the box, it's our perception that would relate that. Now I know I went off. Welcome to the world of Reverend Rob's mind, you know. But you know, it's little things like this that I want people to understand. We've got to start thinking about some things in a different way. And this is where you're at. And you know, when you think about what you just said, as you were sitting around going, wow, what's going to happen? You were anxious, you weren't afraid.
Right.
You know, that's huge when you think about everything you just said, you know? So a lot of people be nervous about an alien walking through the room, you know, hey, can I have some coffee? You know, it's one of those things. So, you know, or whatnot. I would encourage you go back to Wednesday night show with Laura and I. We did wormholes, portals, and stargates. Okay. Really cool, great conversation. We had a ball. And I think you would enjoy it. So
Perfect.
did you want a reading tonight, or
I would like that if you have time, if we're available.
we are okay? This
Okay.
is too good tonight. Let's find out what's going
I
on.
know
right.
you've given some amazing, beautiful words tonight. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Spirit gave them. I'm just glad that I was
Well,
able, that
I know.
whacked me in the head hard enough that I am. Some of that is when whoever I was talking to about fear, okay, not letting fear stand in the way. Don't let fear keep you from saying what you think. Oh, I know it is. Sierra and Dell, when she was asking about questions about reading tarot for other people. When you can do that and not be afraid of what comes out of your mouth, you know, that's a step. And that's a big step that I had to learn, especially coming up, son of a Baptist preacher, you know? Yeah. None of this went over too well. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And I've got an aunt that loves me to death, but she prays for me every night that I'd give up these cards. Okay.
I know. I grew up in a Pentecostal Church of God, and I will tell you that hindered a lot of my free spirit until I figured it out.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
And folks, for y'all that don't know, the Pentecostals, the Baptists call the pew jumpers. They're the ones jumping around, woohoo, throwing a party on Sunday for hours. Okay.
Yes.
And doing all that. So that's funny. So here we go. And it's a hard thing to break from mentally.
It is.
You know, which is why I'm putting together this series on spirituality, and it's going to start here pretty quick. Okay.
I had to work on some religious stuff today that wanted to try to get after me, and you have to just kind of stop it and go, it was a time, but we're not there anymore, you know, so you got to
And that's power.
Yeah.
That is power. When you realize something's trying to repress or depress you, and you can stand up and go, nope, we're not doing that. I am marching on. Okay. You have just claimed your power. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right. One more cut. Let's see what happens. All right. Here we go. This is for Donis. Solar plexus chakra. Okay. I feel, I do. All right. What you just talked about, that solar plexus chakra, you got the root, you got sacral, and you got solar plexus just below the heart. Okay. And that solar plexus chakra is, again, I do. What am I doing? Taking action. And what you just described is that need for our solar plexus chakra to be bright, to be spinning, to be aligned, because this is taking everything and turning it into action. Okay. And that is very, very powerful, which is one of those things that kept you or allowed you to move on. Okay. So that's great. That's emphasizing that solar plexus chakra. You know what? Be an authority in your own life. You know what? This is the emperor in any other deck. And if you notice here, we've got 2 major arcana cards or whatnot, but the authority, that masculine spirit. Women have masculine spirit. Men have feminine spirit. We each have both. It's not calling that out, but that masculine authority figure, it's time for you to step forward and be that figure in your life. Set boundaries, set rules, know where you want to go, what you want to do, and claim your power. Okay? This is massive for you. And this is one of the reasons you're able to start stepping forward and seeing some things, and some things will open up for you. You know, wow, you're getting all the chakra cards tonight. Throat chakra, communication. The throat is all right here.
Yeah.
What when I say that, what does that mean to you?
Well, I've for years had things come at my throat because my voice there's something that is gifted in my voice and the vibration of my voice. And yeah, so that's really exciting to me. That's really exciting to me.
And you need to understand there are dark energies, dark things out there. If we're going to talk extraterrestrial beings or whatnot, reptilians, those type of things, which you'll hear Laura and I talk about, okay,
Yep.
that want to silence that voice, okay?
Definitely.
Because I believe you have told me in the past, you knew you could speak things and make things happen, okay?
Absolutely.
This
Yes,
is very
sir.
key for you here, okay? And it's a 5. It's being able to understand there may be conflict, but you can write that conflict. You can create something beautiful out of that conflict, okay? And when people say, wow, Rob, 5s are, 5s can be tough, but here's what I want you to see. If I could show you anything, my life path number is a 5. So am I in conflicts all the time? Not outright anymore. I was when I was younger. So I learned how to control and what to deal with, how to get my throat chakra in order. Okay. So I could speak the truth instead of speaking anger. Okay.
Mhm.
Or speaking hurt, painful things. All right. This is my karmic path that I am on now. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is who I am. This is who you are. Okay. And don't be afraid to exercise authority. Okay. To use your power. All right. Past trauma, past hurts, they will come up. They'll play with your head. Put them aside. Because I always find it funny. The 3, creation, creativity, the Trinity, building something new, perfection. Folks, one of the things we have to learn, we are here to learn. We are here to experience. We are here to heal. We are here to help. Heal others, heal ourselves. And Donis, in this, one of the things I just got, okay, and I appreciate this, okay, is that we have to go through heartache in this human existence to learn, understand it, and be able to move on, to control it. You'll never forget it, but it's how we let it control us. And it is time, once we go through some of the most painful things we've ever gone through, is where we've created something wonderful on the other side.
Amen.
Okay. And that is one of the things you need to see here. That's a special message for you. 20, truth, judgment. He himself is on a scale. Okay. But he's weighing something else on another scale. All right. And this is about allowing new thought ideas, new things, shedding the old Donis. Okay. This is truly the judgment card about truth, about who you are, what you want to do, where you're going to go, so you can actually reach in and contact that higher conscious, and be on a one-to-one level. It's talking about an ascension and moving into the next level of your spirituality. All right. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yes.
Man, folks, these are great cards tonight.
This is great.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Spirit. Okay. I like calling them wands the Eight of Fire. Okay. Things are going to be moving for you. And I want you to look. We've got a star.
See it.
In most other decks, these are staves, they're wands, or different things
Mhm.
flying to show you that this is movement.
Mhm.
I wonder why tonight I chose this deck. Well, I know why. Spirit told me to pull this deck out. Okay. And why this card, out of almost every other deck I've got, for you, we have the star card
Mhm.
reminding you to look up.
Mhm.
Okay. It's healing, it's hope. This is where the movement, if you will put your faith up here in your higher conscious and the higher beings and the higher whatever you have that's higher than yourself, okay, the whole world's going to unravel for you. Okay. Does that make sense?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm so glad.
Thank
I
you.
am so glad. That just, and just to see you happy makes my heart happy from the first time we met, you know.
Yes.
It just that's amazing. That's amazing. And so
I
is
love
there anything
hanging
else?
out with you guys. I just want to say I love hanging out with you guys. It's just so cool. I'm glad to
Oh,
have met all of you.
sister, you're part of the tribe
I love
now. Okay. You are part of the
it.
tribe. Everybody reach out, hit the
Super.
subscribe button. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Everybody smash that like button tonight because I can see from the comments everybody's enjoying it. At least hit the
Oh,
like button. But at most, if you can, share this show with somebody. When we're done, go back into YouTube and just share it. Put it on your Facebook, send it to somebody in a text or whatnot, because there are other people that need to hear some of these messages. All right.
thanks.
Anything else, Donis?
Nope. I'm saying thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much. Good night. All right, everybody. Wow. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. All right. Wow. What a night, folks. What a night. Hello, Sharon. Glad to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. Sky, blessings. Hello, Sky. See what's going on here. And I think we are fixing to call this evening. We're going to put this one in the bed. So welcome everybody. Thank you. Please, like I said, reach out, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share. This is very important. I love being able to do this. Sierra and Dell, thank you. I appreciate it. Great show. My tribe. I love you. I love you. I love you. And y'all don't know. This actually helped heal me tonight. This was fantastic. So thank you. So, everybody, remember, do me a favor. Take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Bangarang.